Few artifacts have captured the human imagination quite like the Shroud of Turin. Known for its enigmatic image of a man bearing the marks of crucifixion, this ancient linen has puzzled scholars, scientists, and theologians for centuries. The shroud's origins remain shrouded in mystery, its story a tapestry woven from history, faith, and doubt. The historical appearance of the shroud. The first documented appearance of the shroud occurred in 1354 when it was displayed in the French town of Lirey, housed in a chapel. It was venerated by many as the burial cloth of Jesus Christ. However, the true origins of the shroud stretch far beyond recorded history. Some researchers believe its origins trace back to the early Christian era, possibly even to the 1st century, making it a relic of unparalleled antiquity. The shroud's connection to Jesus Christ arises from the haunting image it bears. For centuries, this faded imprint, thought by many to be a miraculous representation of Christ's suffering, has fueled debates over its authenticity and significance. If the shroud truly dates back to the time of Jesus, it could hold profound spiritual and historical importance. Authenticity and debate. Scholars have long debated whether the Shroud of Turin is a medieval forgery or a genuine artifact of the crucifixion. The debate has been intensified by scientific tests conducted throughout the 20th century. Carbon dating in 1988 suggested that the shroud was created between 1260 and 1390, casting doubt on its ancient origins. However, many argue that the carbon dating results may have been compromised due to contamination, leading to questions about whether the sample accurately reflects the true age of the shroud. The haunting image. What makes the shroud particularly captivating is not just its historical claims but the faint haunting image it bears. Researchers have studied this image extensively. It shows a man marked by the wounds of crucifixion, scourge marks on his back, nail prints in his hands and feet, and a crown of thorns pressed onto his head. The mysterious appearance of this image raises more questions than answers. How did this image come to be imprinted on the linen? Was it the result of natural processes, a miraculous event, or something beyond human comprehension? In 1898, photographic imaging revealed the shroud for the first time, sparking even greater curiosity. The faint negative-like image became clearer, revealing features of a man who had endured incredible suffering. Scientists have confirmed that the image is not painted or dyed, leaving many to wonder how such an impression could occur naturally. Chapter 2. A Code in Plain Sight? 1001-30:00. The pursuit of understanding the shroud has taken on a modern, scientific dimension. Over the decades, researchers have turned to cutting-edge technology to unlock its secrets. High-resolution imaging, 3D mapping, and spectral analysis have uncovered details invisible to the naked eye, raising the tantalizing possibility that hidden messages lie encoded within the shroud. One of the most intriguing discoveries has been the presence of faint anomalies. Using image-enhancing tools like filters, researchers have observed faint patterns in the shroud's fabric, patterns that resemble structured codes. These anomalies suggest intentional creation, leading some to speculate that these could be cryptographic keys or symbolic representations. Advanced imaging techniques have revealed that the shroud's weave contains more than meets the eye. Image processing, including contrast enhancement, has uncovered structures that seem to suggest a form of encoding. These could be patterns intentionally woven into the fabric or the result of natural processes. Some researchers propose that the shroud's weave holds a form of encrypted communication, hidden beneath centuries of history. If such an encoding exists, could it unlock insights into the identity of the figure depicted on the shroud, or provide clues about the mysterious figure himself? Decoding the enigma. The concept of the shroud as a coded message isn't new. In the 20th century, scholars proposed that the image might be linked to ancient texts or religious symbols. By applying digital analysis, researchers are now attempting to identify patterns that could represent something beyond the simple imprint of a crucified man. Some scholars believe that the shroud's patterns could correspond to ancient languages, texts, or symbolic references from religious traditions like Christianity, Judaism, or even Gnosticism. Could the shroud have been intended as a form of ancient scripture, a cryptic record of historical or spiritual knowledge? The possibility of hidden codes. If these patterns are intentional, they could serve as a form of ancient cryptography, similar to secretive manuscripts or texts that have been studied over centuries. The shroud might hold clues to unknown knowledge, messages, or revelations. Could the weave of the fabric encode texts that point to the shroud's creator, or perhaps even to a deeper understanding of the events surrounding the crucifixion? Many researchers, including those from fields like cryptography and semiotics, believe that these patterns are more than coincidental. Some suggest that if these codes were intended, they would have required an intricate understanding of symbolic language or iconography, possibly created by someone intimately connected to ancient traditions. Chapter 3, Tools of Discovery, 30:01, 60:00. The pursuit of hidden messages in the shroud has seen remarkable progress, thanks to modern technological advancements. Spectral imaging is one of the most valuable tools employed by researchers. This technique captures different wavelengths of light, revealing details invisible to human eyes. The shroud's fibers, when observed under such imaging, reveal patterns and anomalies that conventional photography cannot detect. Multispectral analysis further enhances this, allowing researchers to identify various levels of detail within the shroud. By studying the shroud under infrared, ultraviolet, and visible light, scientists have been able to uncover subtle patterns that may hold meaning. These patterns appear to transcend mere accidental formations, hinting at potential intentional imprints. Microscopic analysis of the shroud has revealed intriguing details about the nature of its fibers. Under powerful microscopes, scientists have observed variations in the weave, tiny imperfections that could suggest the imprinting of intentional patterns. Some researchers have posited that these variations, while seemingly minute, could indicate deliberate action by someone with advanced knowledge of textile design. 3D imaging technology has revolutionized how researchers study the shroud. This technology allows for the creation of detailed 3D models of the shroud, which can be analyzed for hidden features or patterns. These models help reveal surface details that might otherwise remain elusive to traditional imaging methods. By mapping the shroud's weave in 3 dimensions, scientists are able to detect irregularities and patterns that suggest intentionality. Some researchers believe that these patterns could point to symbolic representations or hidden structures embedded within the fabric. Computational modeling is another critical tool in the quest to uncover hidden messages within the shroud. By analyzing the shroud's patterns using algorithms designed to detect anomalies, researchers can compare these patterns against known symbols or languages. In some cases, these patterns align with ancient iconography, reinforcing the idea that the shroud may contain encoded messages linked to religious or historical traditions. Researchers are using machine learning algorithms to analyze and identify these patterns with increasing accuracy. Statistical analysis also plays a crucial role in determining the significance of patterns found on the shroud. Researchers apply statistical methods to assess whether the patterns are merely coincidental or if they demonstrate a level of complexity that suggests deliberate intent. Statistical models allow scientists to quantify the likelihood of these patterns being random versus planned. Chapter 4. What could these messages mean? 60:01, 90:00. If the shroud truly contains hidden messages, what might they reveal? One prominent theory is that these messages could be connected to biblical prophecies, offering a deeper understanding of Jesus Christ's suffering and crucifixion. Some believe the shroud was meant to serve as a visual representation of the fulfillment of these prophecies. Others propose that the shroud holds cryptic codes that could correspond to secret or esoteric knowledge, perhaps revealing insights into the nature of God, the afterlife, or the purpose of human existence. The shroud, in some interpretations, may have functioned as a form of religious art designed to inspire contemplation. The patterns and hidden elements could be intended to evoke a sense of awe and reflection among viewers, encouraging them to engage with their faith on a deeper level. Some theologians argue that the shroud's image of the crucified man was not just a representation of physical suffering, but a symbolic reflection of spiritual redemption and resurrection. The encoded messages might reinforce this notion, adding layers of meaning for those who seek to understand the mystery of faith. Another theory suggests that the shroud contains information linked to celestial alignments and sacred geometry. Proponents of this view believe that the patterns embedded within the fabric are not random but tied to cosmic forces and divine order. Sacred geometry, a concept often linked to religious and mystical traditions, could be reflected in the shroud. The idea that certain patterns may represent sacred structures or alignments, such as the alignment of the stars during significant events like the crucifixion, adds a mystical dimension to the shroud's mystery. Some scholars suggest that the shroud itself might encode the journey of the artifact, from its origins to its appearance in history. These messages could contain details about the shroud's creator, the circumstances of its creation, and the historical context in which it was revered. By studying these patterns, researchers might be able to unlock not just the mystery of the shroud itself, but also gain insights into the religious and cultural milieu of the period. Chapter 5. The quest continues. 90:01-110:00. A persistent enigma. Despite centuries of study, the Shroud of Turin remains a puzzle that refuses to be solved. New discoveries often lead to more questions than answers, sparking endless debates and research efforts. The shroud's authenticity, its origin, and the mysteries it holds continue to drive researchers from all fields of study, historians, scientists, and theologians alike. Modern researchers collaborate across the globe, each bringing their expertise to bear on the shroud. Multidisciplinary efforts involving chemistry, physics, biology, and theology have formed a broad coalition determined to unlock its secrets. New tools, advanced imaging technology, and the exchange of data between institutions have paved the way for significant breakthroughs. In many ways, the shroud has become a collaborative effort, where knowledge is shared and ideas evolve with each passing decade. The Shroud of Turin stands as a symbol of the eternal quest for truth, a bridge between science and faith. It challenges us to contemplate the mysteries of our past, the intersections of history and spirituality, and the very fabric of reality itself. Whether or not the shroud contains hidden messages remains an open question, but it continues to inspire awe, curiosity, and a desire for understanding. The pursuit of its secrets unites humanity, regardless of faith or belief. Perhaps the greatest message of the Shroud of Turin is not found in the threads of its fabric, but in the questions it raises. It compels us to look closer, to question more deeply, and to imagine beyond what we know. In that quest for understanding, the shroud continues to inspire wonder and reflection. Whether we ever uncover the hidden messages or not, the Shroud of Turin will always stand as a testament to the enduring human desire to explore, to understand, and to imagine. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe as we continue to unravel the mysteries of history's most captivating enigmas. Until next time, stay curious.